for all of his good work he's done with Arsenal, he's only won an FA Cup in 2020. That was against Frank Lampard's Chelsea. And Frank Lampard's been always, like, he's been a great player for us, but he was never really a great manager for us. So I think this season Arsenal definitely have to win something this season, and if they don't get a striker in, I think that'll be a problem, because I do think they need that top striker, Arsenal, in my view, because I think that's what separates them between City and Arsenal. With the last 2 seasons, City have Haaland. In a bad game, he could get the odd goal. He mightn't be doing much. He might only touch the ball 10 times, but two of them might be 2 goals. They haven't got a clinical striker for years, Paul. I can't remember the last clinical striker Arsenal had. Aubameyang on his day was brilliant, but he sort of petered out of his career as well. And we had him at Chelsea, and his attitude was terrible. So I think if Arsenal play as well as they can as they did last season and get a striker in, I think they might just edge City. But I'm definitely not writing off City off completely. I'm not saying City are definitely not going to win it. But if you ask me, do I think Arsenal can do it? I think they can. I think it could be Arsenal first, City second. No, yeah, City second, Liverpool third, and I'm praying that, because of the coefficient, that Chelsea might get either fourth or fifth, and that'd be enough for Champions League football next season. Because my own club, we're bringing in a lot of players, but I've lost count how many players we brought in, but we have a massive squad. There's not enough players going out. I think we have over 40 players in the squad. We have to get that down. So it's a mess at the moment, and I would rather talk about less about my own club now at the moment, the way it's been run.
No, can Manchester United get back on the tracks? I know last season was a bit of a disaster for them, but they're a huge club. You would imagine if it's like a big ship that wants to get it going in the right direction. There's huge money there behind them. There's huge support that they could go on. Do you know what I mean? Can they just get it going right, or will this instability last longer?
Well, I think Eric Ten Hag needs to have a good start. I think if he has a poor enough start, Paul, he'll be gone even before Christmas. That's the thing with United. They were terrible last year and still won a trophy. They were absolutely shocking. They finished 8th. I think the lowest they've ever finished in the Premier League history. They had lost them like over 12 games. Conceded so many games. They had a minus goal difference for so long as well. I'm not even sure if they finished on that as well. They were shocking. But still ended up winning a trophy. Ended up beating Manchester City in the Manchester Derby 2-1 in the FA Cup final in May. So they can perform when I suppose when they feel like it, which is no good either. I think United fans will be demanding Champions League football for next season. They're in the Europa League. They've obviously got a chance of winning that as well, because the Europa League, if you win it, you qualify for the Champions League the following season. So they've got 2 chances, through the league or through the Europa League. I think that's the way Ten Hag's going to keep his job. I mean, he was very lucky to keep it last season, and he has to get Champions League football to stay in the job. He was very, very lucky. He's hanging on by his fingernails, Paul, at the moment. And
has the ownership been sorted out?
Well, the Glazers still own the club, majority shareholders, but I think Jim Ratcliffe, and his businesses own 25% of the club now, and they're taking over the football running of the club. So football decisions, I think the Glazers take over, are pretty much all commercial and doing the business side, but the football side of it now, they've agreed to let Jim Ratcliffe and his on the football side of the business.
No, I make one comment. If the Glazers continue the way they are in the business side, all they continue to do is take the money out of it. But that's what we do on day one, taking all the money out of it. And the fellow involved in the football, whatever his name is, he'll have very little to operate. I think he has to take him over if he can. I think we go to 30% to make a buyout offer, but they'll take the money out of it and he'll be left hanging dry. I think if he takes over the whole club.
It could be, Paul, because agreements can change. I mean, at the end of the day, the players will still own the majority of the club. And whatever they say in the end, if they don't like something, they can always pull rank. So I don't know if he's got any legal guarantees and that not allowing that to happen. We just don't know. I don't know enough about United. That's their problem. I've got my own problems. My own club at Chelsea. We're owned by Americans as well. And making the connection between. I just say from yourself, Paul. You said you used to mention about Nottingham Forest, between the fans and the board. It's getting to a serious point now between Chelsea fans and the ownership. A lot of the way our transfer business is going. I'm not exaggerating. They're putting the club in danger, Paul. To be quite honest, Everton isn't matching up completely at all. All these long-term contracts, all these players being brought in, a lot of players have to go. They're selling their own players, Paul, that they came through the academy. A lot of fans feel there's no connection with the club. Conor Gallagher looks like he's on his way to Atletico Madrid. I don't think the deal has been fully sorted out yet. But that's a player that came through the ranks, been with the club for numerous years, and it's just been shipped out because of financial fair play. They see it as because he's pure profit, Paul. He came through the academy.
Yeah.
They make and Reece, like the Trevor Chalobah, another player who came through the ranks. He looks like he's going to go, and if Reece James doesn't stay fit this season, Paul, and I think by the sounds of it, he's already got an injury. He's already suspended for the first 3 games, if I'm not mistaken. By this time next year, he'll probably be on his way out as well. So a lot of players that came through the ranks of Chelsea Football Club, the academy players, are all gone. Trevor Chalobah is probably going to go. Mason Mount left last season. You've got Jamie Abraham. He came to the ranks. He's gone as well a couple of seasons ago. So any player that's shown any potential at the first team basis, Paul, that came through the academy, and if they can make a profit, they sell them, and that really rips the heart out, because you want most clubs in England, within British clubs in particular, they want to see their own players do well. But you're one of our own, Harry. The Tottenham fans used to say, Harry Kane, you're one of our own. A lot of clubs are like that, but they want to see their own players do well. They came through the ranks, who know what it's like to play for the club. And when you start messing with that, and if the players coming in aren't as good as them, that's where you get toxic atmosphere. And next Sunday now, we're home to City. And if we get a bad beating, I'm not saying we will, but if we do get a bad beating at home to City, the atmosphere will be poisonous. So the Chelsea manager, in particular, Enzo Maresca, needs to get off to a good start. If he gets off a terrible start, Paul, it's very bad days for the club. So look, I think it's something to look. The club, the Premier League, when it always starts off, there's always a bit of hope that a football fan, any football fan, wants to see their clubs do well. Football's back, and even though it wasn't much of a break, but it's good to see the Premier League up and running there now. On Friday night, actually, Paul, the Friday night Manchester United are home to Fulham, so it kicks off. So
no, that's another thing too. I don't like. Same with the Championship, they're on over 4 days. It's to me, I know it's all done for television, it's all done for that kind of coverage, but absolutely terrible. You lose track of it. You can't keep it right. I think it's just terrible. Especially the first day of the season, they should be all on the first. The same as the last day, they should be all on the one timer. But look, it's obviously television. Money's calling the shots, and it's done for television. Like even for supporters traveling across the country on a Friday night trying to get home, they're literally making dirt of the supporters. And they're more concerned about the supporters sitting down watching, or the pay-per-view, or the subscription channels abroad with that. And ultimately, I don't know how long this is going to go on. The local supporters will just turn their back on them. But what do you before we finish up?
Yeah, Paul. So look. The season starts Friday night. Man United home to Fulham. Then you got the Saturday games. There's even a 12:30 kickoff. There's a 3 o'clock kickoff. There's a 5:30 kickoff. Then you got the games on Sunday. There's a game there's a game on Monday night. Leicester at home to Spurs at 8 o'clock. So, football fans. But look, Paul. I suppose people love their club. They want to support their club in Britain and Ireland, whatever. Who they're following, but they do get taken advantage of far too much. Some people just get fed up with it, like we said. But it's all for television money. It's all for the foreign fans of all things, because they put certain games on certain times. Jurgen Klopp, he's left Liverpool now, but he will be absolutely raging that Liverpool used to always get the most 12:30 kickoffs on a Saturday. Liverpool could play a game in the Champions League on a Wednesday night, and they'd be absolutely tired as hell. Let's just phrase it like that. They would have to play maybe a game on a 12:30 on a Saturday, because Liverpool, a lot of fans. I think the excuse was Liverpool have a lot of fans in Asia, and that suits them to watch them, but that doesn't suit the players. That doesn't suit the local fans who are traveling to the game if it's an away game. So look, it's all for commercial, Paul. There's even a threat that there could be 1 or 2 games be brought to America. I hope that doesn't happen. If it does, I hope it's just maybe the Community Shield or something like that, because that means home fans will have to give up one of their games to just satisfy the Premier League and their owners. So look, I don't know